Alright, the pellet smoke I was going to cook my brisket on this morning went out, but that didn't slow us up. We got to keep going. We're smoking this brisket the MacGyver way. We had to come up with a few little tips, and I'll tell you about them in just a little bit. Stay tuned. Alright, I hope you're hungry. We're getting ready to smoke a beef brisket, and we're going to walk through the process from beginning to end. Stay tuned. Alright, we're getting ready to smoke a prime beef brisket, 14 pounds right here. And we're going to take this thing and we're going to take it out of this package and we're going to cut the point off right here. This is actually 2 pieces of meat. This is called the flat right here. And this is called the point right in here. And this has got a lot of good fatty goodness in there. If you look real close, you can see the marbling going all through that meat right there. Isn't that beautiful? Whew, it's good when you see that marbling going through it. This will be good too because we're going to cook it long enough. It's going to melt in your mouth. All right, we're getting ready to take it out of the package and cut this off right here, separate it. And we'll have to also cut all that fat off right there. But the reason why we're going to separate, you could cook it all together, but we're going to separate it so we get more smoke flavor all the way around the point and all the way around the flat. All right, stay tuned. We're going to cut it open right now. All right, we got it cut up. That was a lot of fat to get off of it, I'll tell you that. But we got it cleaned up. This is the point and the flat. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to coat it with salt. Not coat it, but get a good salt on top of it. And then wrap it up and put it in the fridge for 1 day, for 24 hours. And the salt will cause a chemical reaction to take place, suck the moisture out, and actually seal it so it holds the moisture in while it's cooking. So this will help us with keep it moist while it's cooking. All right, let's get started and put the salt on it right now. Okay, we got a nice layer of salt on it, a light layer, and we're going to wrap it up now and put it in the fridge, and it'll be ready to go. But when we take it out of the fridge, we'll put our other seasoning on it, mustard and seasoning all of it. That's another process. Stay tuned. All right, we've had the brisket now in the refrigerator for 24 hours with the salt on it, and it's doing its thing here is get a chemical thing and keep the moisture in the meat, and then we're going to take and do a dry rub. And what I got here is all the ingredients here, and it's basically a tablespoon of black pepper, salt, paprika, chili powder, cayenne pepper, a half a tablespoon of garlic powder, and 1 cup of brown sugar over here. All right, the next thing we'll do is make some mop sauce, and this mop sauce is actually going to help keep the brisket moist, and we'll put it on there every 30 minutes with one of these right here, and keep it nice and moist, and that way it will be nice and juicy. Now, the mop sauce is made of 2 cups of apple juice, 1 cup water, 1/8 of a cup of salt, 1/8 of a cup of pepper, 1/8 of a cup of oil, and 1/8 of a cup of Worcestershire sauce. And that's what we're getting ready to mix up right now. We're going to have everything ready to go, so when we bring it in here, we'll be ready to start cooking. Are y'all getting hungry yet? I know I am. Let's get started right now. All right, y'all ready to get this brisket on the smoker? Well, back up because the smoker is down. I went out this morning to try to get it going, and it's down. But that's not going to stop me from smoking this brisket. I got a new method out there. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you that. First thing I want to go ahead and do, though, is coat this with some mustard. Going to give it some little flavor and help our dry rub stick. We'll get that rubbed all on there. Nice and good. Then we'll take our dry rub on here that we just made up last night. All right, looking good. All right, stay tuned. We'll get this all coated up, and I'll show you what we're going to do outside to smoke this brisket. Stay tuned. All right, unfortunately, my smoker failed me this morning. I went to cut it on, and it broke. I actually took it all apart, took this off, and took the switch out, tried that. That wasn't it. It's a fuse inside, and actually I replaced the fuse, and when I plugged it in, it immediately blew it up. Flash. So it's got a short in it somewhere. So, what do? How are we gonna smoke this brisket? Well, y'all see smoke coming out of there? We're smoking it in here right now. About 225 degrees. How are we smoking it though? Check this out right here. I took this stainless steel container here, put my pellets in it, got them started really good, put some on top, and we are smoking, baby. We're gonna smoke this brisket with this right here. We got a few problems though. We're gonna have to really keep an eye on our smoker, make sure it's smoking good, and we have to really watch the temperature on the grill. Where normally I can just set it in and be done with it, but here we're gonna have to do a little more work to it. But we're gonna make a good brisket before it's over with. I don't give up. I had to break my MacGyver hat out and get it fixed up. So we're actually on the grill now, smoking, and we're gonna give it about an hour, see how it does. Look at that smoke. Oh, it's smoking good too. All right, let's give it an hour and we'll check back. Stay tuned. All right, a couple more modifications. We use a heat shield underneath of it off the smoker, and this is smoking good here. I think we're coming along pretty good. This grill's actually having some troubles too. Everything's breaking on me today. But anyway, I think we're gonna be okay. So let's keep getting up. Here we go. All right, I'm really happy with the smoke coming out of it. Actually, more than my smoker does sometimes when I actually cut up a little bit. So that is working really good. I might have found a new way to use my grill as a smoker. I'm liking it. Alright, we're about 4 hours into the MacGyver brisket I got here. All kind of things I had to go through this morning trying to get things going. But we're doing pretty good, I think. Look at the smoke. We got it smoking up a storm in here when I shut it down. And so we're getting a good smoke flavor in here. But what we're going to do is we're going to take it off the grill and put it in the oven here probably within the next hour. And finish cooking it in the oven nice and slow for another 4 hours probably. So anyway, let's kind of keep an eye on it, make sure we got plenty of smoke going into it right now while it's accepting the smoke, and get a good tasting brisket before it's over. Stay tuned. Alright, it's been 5 hours now. I've been babying this thing, make sure the temperature stays good in the grill, keeping the smoke going, and it's looking pretty good. We're going to take it off the grill now and take it in the house and put it in the oven and finish it up. Stay tuned. Alright, my MacGyver brisket is looking good. It's now been on the grill for 5 hours, and it's pretty much absorbed all the smoke it's going to absorb. So what we're going to do now, and a lot of people do this, is go ahead and put it in the oven for another 4 or 5 hours and let it finish cooking. What we'll do is we'll wrap it in parchment paper to keep the moisture in with it and get it cooked up. So we're going to wrap it up right now and get it in the oven, and we'll be tasting it in by about 4 or 5 more hours. Stay tuned. Alright, after 10 hours of cooking, I think we're ready to pull them out and let them rest. We got to let them rest for about 30 minutes and let those juices suck back into the meat so when we slice it, be nice and juicy. Y'all ready? Let's get them out and check them out. Here we go. Alright, my MacGyver brisket is done. We're getting ready to cut it right now, but just a quick recap. As y'all know, the smoker went out on me this morning, cut on, it wasn't working, and ended up having to do it on the grill, the gas grill, but we took the heat deflector shield and put it in there so there was no direct heat on it from underneath, and then we used the, I made a smoker so the smoke just continuously got it smoke on the brisket while I was there. Y'all saw in the video there how I put the pellets in that stainless steel tube, lit them fire, and they do make those, and I'll put a link to one down in the video description. They do make that, you can actually buy them where you can put the pellets in. You can actually smoke on a grill anywhere using that thing if you really wanted to. But a lot of people use those in the smokers to give extra smoke in the first hours while it's trying to absorb as much smoke as it can. So anyway, I'll put a link down there. That's pretty cool. But mine worked good. I got a nice bark on it. They call it the bark outside here. I like that. It looks really good. What we're going to do right now is this is cut it. This is the flat, and this is the point. This is some fatty goodness right there. But let's go ahead and take and cut the end of this. I cut one little piece off, and it's good. But anyway, we're going to slice this up right now, and I'll show you that. Let's do it. All right, we got this grain running in this direction, so we're going to try to start cutting. I'm going to start off kind of a little bit sideways like this so I can get a nice angle to the let's get a little bit thicker than that here. All right. You see a little bit of smoke ring right around the outside edge right there. Try to cut it kind of thin. Oh yeah, that's looking good. I like it. What y'all think? Are y'all ready to take a bite? I know I am. All right, let's get a couple more of them. All right, anyway, you see how we're going to be slicing that down like that. And, oh, I can't stand it. It is good. All right, let's get the point out here and see how it looks. All right, the grain is running this way on this one, so we'll be cutting it in this direction right here. Now, this is where you run into some really good stuff there. That is looking good. I like it. Look at that. This is what I got to test right here now. Oh my goodness. If you look in there, look at the marbling that was running through that right there. Oh, it just pulls right apart. Oh my God. That is one of the best briskets I ever had. That is good there. Man, all right, let me get it cut up and I'll show you with it all cut down a little bit. Stay tuned. Man. All right, it is looking good. Just slice a little bit. We'll probably leave some to freeze in the freezer because I'll be having pieces in there I'll be take out and eat. Oh my God, that's gonna be so good. I just love to do that and then have some to eat later on. And same thing with the point here. This is really good here. Nice and juicy. It's definitely, look at the juice coming all out of it right here. All right, well, I think that's going to call that a wrap. Man, it is really good. Appreciate everybody coming along with this video. I guess the moral of the story here, when everything fails, think out the box. Keep getting up. Don't just don't quit. Keep getting up. We did on this brisket, and it turned out good. I want to show you one more thing real quick. The old smoker that failed on me, I did do a little diagnostic check on it, and this is what was wrong right here. It's called an induction fan. That blows the air through it that goes over top of the pellets when they're burning. It makes them burn and everything. So I called the manufacturer, and they're gonna replace it. Traeger grills. It's got a 3-year warranty. It's been like two and a half years or so. And said they would be putting me one in the mail tomorrow. So we'll be up and running on the Traeger again. So anyway, appreciate everybody coming along. I hope y'all enjoyed this adventure. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, and subscribe to the Gigmaster. You never know what we'll be doing with the Gigmaster, will you? You never know. Stay tuned.